This week on commandN, more MacGyver on YouTube, the only banker making money, and the search for the perfect word. Welcome to episode 153 of commandN. I'm Amber.
I'm Will Payton the Hood.
You are? You have the hood on. But you know what? It's really not that cold out.
No, I'm just preparing for winter.
Yes, Will is psyching himself up so he's ready for a very cold winter. All right, well, we have lots of places to shoot indoors, so don't worry. Sweet. Good news. All right, let's talk about the tech headlines of the week. Our first headline this week is about YouTube and CBS. CBS has announced that they're going to be putting full-length TV shows onto YouTube so you can get some classics like Beverly Hills 90210. Now, the only problem with the CBS deal is that you can only get these shows in the US, which is kind of a bum deal for Canadians and people in other places. But for our American friends, have fun.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. And Will, you have a YouTube story as well.
Yeah, it's about a week or two old actually now, but it's a really interesting story, so we had to cover it. There's a really popular webcomic called XKCD, and it's really funny. They actually did a comic where they joked about how, because the biggest problem on YouTube was the comments and how kind of annoying they can be sometimes, that they should do an audio preview button so you can hear a little thing read your comment back to you before you hit post. The engineers at Google actually loved that and put it in as a feature on YouTube now.
This feature could really distract somebody from completing commandN episode 153.
In other news, Barack Obama has announced that his campaign is in fact doing an advertising deal with Electronic Arts in one of their games called Burnout Paradise. Now, this is a racing game, so what you will see in this racing game in the future is you'll be racing around, driving along, and you'll see Barack Obama campaign posters in the game. Kind of fun.
One-man blog Bankaholic has been acquired for up to $15 million.
Oh my goodness. That's one person doing the blog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, that is insane.
So as of now, I quit and I'm going to write some banking blogs.
Yes, you should definitely write a banking blog. I mean, look, it's kind of interesting because you think of video podcasts and think of Wall Strip, for instance, which is all about the business financial industry.
Yep.
And that was also acquired for a lot of money from CBS. So, you know, we need to talk more about money. Forget this tech stuff.
Command F for financial.
I like it a lot. Now for some fun news, which is along the lines of blogging, but I don't think they'll be making this much money. There is a Japanese blog that has a plant, who's a named plant, and she is blogging from the site. So the idea is she just started over a week ago, and the plant is blogging about her physical condition, about the lighting conditions, which are actually user controlled. And there's also a little widget for the blog as well. So it's kind of a fun thing. Of course, it's not the plant blogging. I know you're going to write that in the comments. We all know. But you know, it's very, very cute. So a plant blog, and you can follow along only if you speak Japanese. Hopefully there's some way to translate one of these days. Google makes us smarter, Will. This is what you say.
Yeah, a UCLA study is about to come out saying that searching on Google actually makes people smarter. I think the study focused on people who are kind of 50 plus and how it helped their brain function. Ideally, it helps all of us. I would like to think that Googling has made me smarter. I don't know, what about you? What do you think?
I think it has, but it's also decreased my attention span. That's the only problem, I think, with some of these online tools is that you're constantly, going between them. And so your attention span to actually sit down and read a book is not that great. We want to be almost like eating and consuming, pieces of information.
You know what they used to say that about MTV videos too, though.
Yeah, I could see that. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I might just be hungry, and that's why I'm thinking about eating Google.
Maybe.
All right, let's see what Jeff has up for us this week.
Hi, I'm Jeff MacArthur, and on this week's Tech Tips, I thought I'd talk a bit about earphones. There's a few different styles, and so if you're shopping for earphones, there's some things you might want to think about. Let's start off with the classic 80s standard super oral headphones. These sit on top of your ears using a headband or maybe a small clip behind each ear. Not very expensive, but correspondingly don't have very good sound. Now, the other type of headphone that you have is the circumoral headphone. That's like these guys here. You'll see them a lot in studios. They go right around and actually enclose your ear. They're a bit more expensive, but they have very good sound. They'll block out some of the external noise, which is great if you're doing monitoring. I use these for recording a lot. However, they may require a little more juice than an iPod can kick out, so keep that in mind. Now, the standard nowadays is the classic earbud. These that come with iPods, and you'll notice I've got the little pads on them because I don't find they fit my ears very well. And that's a common complaint about earbuds is they fit loosely in your outer ear, sometimes a bit too loosely. They've got decent sound, they're inexpensive, but strangely enough, you actually have a higher risk of hearing loss from these earbuds, which is a bit counterintuitive. You'd think it'd be less high since they're not plugged right into your ear as far. However, because there's so much external noise, people tend to turn the volume up too high to drown out that noise. And so earbuds actually have a higher risk of hearing loss than the earphones that go right into the ear canal. Which brings us to canal buds. Now these are halfway between earbuds and canal phones. They fit loosely in your ear canal, they've got good sound, they're a little more expensive again, and they're generally more comfortable than canal phones. And canal phones, you can get these custom made for in-ear monitors and stuff, but they're basically the top of the line, the most expensive, the best sound. They fit real deep into your ear canal and very snug, blocking out a lot of external noise. However, that tight fit can make them uncomfortable. Now these tips will help you know which style of headphone you might want to go after, but in terms of different brands and makes and models of headphones, you really want to give them a good listen. You can read reviews all you want, but everyone's ears are different, and the proximity of these headphones right on top of your ear as opposed to speakers makes it even more important that you find a set that sound good to your own ears. That's all for this week. I'm Jeff MacArthur. Enjoy.
Tucked away in this rundown building on a quiet corner in Toronto, far away from the city lights, a party is brewing.
Yeah.
It's a party that involves some old equipment, some new equipment, and a team of friends who are plugged into the new media art community.
Should be fun. The idea we're kind of working here is like this idea of live cinema, which is the marriage of sounds and music and visuals and sort of an immersive environment.
An environment that includes many of Brian's tech-savvy friends,
Pop up here.
all willing to get together for this media jam on a random weekday
You
night.
didn't bring your computer, did you? Yeah. Great. We need tunes.
This is the way, this is the way it comes to it, this is the way.
You know, we just kind of get together. We've been getting together for about 6-7 years now. It really does separate itself from more traditional medias. It's more on a McLuhan side of kind of going from the left brain to the right brain and going into this kind of acoustic, kind of surrounded, immersive, spontaneous world of electronic media. This is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the size of this because it's trying to get it up to the kind of the scale that's going on in the rest of the world.
One of the artists here this evening is Berlin's Blinken Lights, best known for their recent installation at City Hall during Nuit Blanche.
To be current today, it needs to be a fusion of media. And I think it really needs to be immersive, and I think it needs to be programmable, I think it needs to be spontaneous, and it's about the people. Getting people together and being in this environment and feeling it, because I mean, what else is real anymore?
Our web picks are sponsored by GoDaddy.com. If you need any hosting services, all you have to do is go to GoDaddy.com. You can sign up for any of their packages and get an extra 10% off if you enter the promo code commandN. That's the number 1 and the number 0. And I just used the promo code myself last week and it worked like a charm.
So now it's time for our Dwebby Web Picks of the Week. What do you have this week, Amber?
Well, Will likes to make up words, and so in honor of Will, we're doing a dictionary.org, which is a site that Chris, who's our cameraman and editor, he stumbled across and he absolutely loved it. Now, it's a place where people go and they put in words that they think should be in the dictionary. Now, let me give you a sample of one of these words, zenvy. So people who are envious of how zen other people are. What do you think? You're trying to be zen, aren't you? I know.
Work.
That was good. That was good. It's a really fun site for people of all ages. So that's our web pick this week. And Will, what's yours?
My web pick this week is called Tipped, TIPD.com. And it's kind of like a dig site, but for financial news and information. Kind of handy stuff and timely right now, so go check it out.
And of course, we'll be back next week with another episode. And I personally, unlike Will, cannot wait to get in a big furry coat with a big hood and get outside and shoot in the wintertime. No, he's not.
You heard it
into
here
that.
first. Amber Mack is a furry.
All right, thanks for watching and have a great week. Anything in it? Is the contact sitting right?
I can't tell.
Well, that felt better.